All right, let's try this again. Kind of had some technical difficulties, so for those of you who were on here, I apologize. Okay, so I am here to explain what is this 3-day cleanse, why I personally do it fairly often, and why so many other people have come to love it, and help you see if it may be a fit for you and your goals. So for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jessica Turner. I am a mom to two, twin girls that are about to be 4, and I have been a part of this incredible journey, this health and fitness journey for over 3 years now, and this 3-day cleanse has become a big component of it. And honestly, I've lost track of how many times I've done it. For a long time, I did it pretty much every quarter. And I personally always timed it after a holiday or a vacation, or when I was like getting ready for something big like that. And I'll kind of touch on why. But for me, the reason I love it so much is I recognize the need for our bodies to have a break from the constant work that it's having to do, processing everything that we're putting in. And there's a lot of things that we reach for that we don't realize how dependent we are on it. And so for me, I almost always gauge when it's time to do another refresh is when I find I'm putting too much creamer in my coffee because I need it to be sweeter and sweeter. And a lot of people don't realize how addictive sugar is. And so for me, the big reason that I do it pretty routinely, roughly like quarterly or at least twice a year, is because I need to kind of rein in some of those bad habits that are sneaking up. But for most people, and for the most of the people that I work with, it's a wonderful way to kind of like nip some bad habits in the bud. So you would be amazed by how much change could happen in 3 days alone. You literally, by the end of that day 3, wake up on that 4th morning, you have more energy. You find that your like food tastes so much better, and like your taste buds are even starting to change, and you're craving, less of that junk, more of the stuff that we know is better for us. I'm just realizing that my screen is pretty crooked. You realize that you're sleeping even better, because your body isn't having to work as hard in, and causing that unsettling. And it's really hard to put into words, because it's such a short amount of time, but it gives your body that break that we don't recognize, like how hard it's working, specifically our liver. And, with having a little bit of a medical background, I know what that poor thing has to do. And so that's why I almost always time mine after a holiday. Hey, Jenny. Because I know, I'm gonna have a good time probably. I'm probably going to be reaching for things that I normally wouldn't want to, and it's just a very slippery slope. And so not only does it let me kind of regain control and get that energy back, it just kind of helps me with like nipping things before they get out of hand and regaining that confidence and reminding me, okay, I feel incredible. This is why I want to be able to, learn how to make these choices and fuel my body the way that I've been doing in these last 3 days. And the thing that is so different from anything that's out there is you still eat food. So, I know for me, anytime I heard of like a cleanse or a detox or anything like that, I picture like juice cleanses, or like you see these crazy like soup things, I don't know, where you're not eating food, and I can't imagine how you could function while you're trying to do it. And in the back of your mind that after you do that, you're probably just gonna gain it right back. Where this, and you'll see with some of the other posts more along the lines of what exactly you're gonna be able to eat, you're still eating food, concentrating on good healthy fats, fruits and veggies, along with a protein-packed option that is allowing you to take a break from those sources like red meat and like your dairy and stuff that is really hard for us to digest, to where you're truly still getting that detox effect, that cleansing effect, by giving your body a break, but you're still fueling your body to where you could actually go to work and function and be a human being that people could actually talk to. And I'm a big believer, like, I refuse to be starving in anything that I do. So there's ways to even tweak, you know, like what is given to you as a guideline, if you like communicate that with your coach, if it's not me. So it is not meant for you to be walking around hangry the whole time, but you're still going to be able to walk away from those 3 days feeling like you did something that made a difference for you, for how you feel, how you look. A big thing that I usually notice is the decrease in bloating. Energy is probably the biggest thing. That is always like my welcome like side effect of this, especially by the end of day 3. And again, that less of being, that reliance that we so often have on sugar is no longer there. I could pretty much drink my coffee black by the end of it. And like I said, my gauge is when I'm putting too much stuff in my coffee because I need it to be sweeter. So it's really that perfect opportunity. So after Memorial Day, you know, that's kind of why I decided to throw this out there right now, to really go into the summer not only feeling confident in your skin, because hopefully all of us are going to the beach at some point and you're going to have to be in a bathing suit and you should be rocking it. Not necessarily 6-pack abs and all that, but you should be confident. And this is such a huge, easy, doable, like stepping stone, because you not only are you like feeling better afterwards, but you stick to doing it for the 3 days. And I mean, it's all spelled out for you, but you finish that 3rd day with such a sense of accomplishment. Like, you are ready to rock the rest of the summer. You're more likely to stick to options that aren't gonna lead you down that path that could make you feel pretty uncomfortable whenever you're wearing the least amount of clothes all year round. You know, in the winter, you always joke you could hide behind your clothes a little bit more. So it's really just that great way to reset after something like Memorial Day, but also get you that foot up, you know, going into the summer, especially if you're like kicking yourself thinking, I should have been working out sooner, or I should have been cleaning up my nutrition because I would feel more comfortable in my skin now. Like, this is such an easy way to kind of regain some of that control, where you're not missing out on what should be a really fun time of the year. I'm trying to think, for those of you that are on, I'm assuming I would be able to see your questions, but I don't know if you have any questions. I am going to be covering more along the lines of what you're able to eat, what like a day is going to look like, why, again, it's different than other things that are out there. And it's specifically formulated for you to do this in a safe way, a healthy way. It's actually put together by people that know what they're doing, and that we could trust. It's not just somebody throwing something out there. Also gonna go through pricing options. I know everybody, like, that's obviously a question that is very important, and I'm hoping to be able to share some stories of people that have done it, because I've had quite a lot of people that have done this over the last 3 years with me, and are really happy with it. I have a lot of people that have done it multiple times, but I think that was the main thing I wanted to cover with you guys. So yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Please comment any questions below. I will get the other post up pretty much immediately, and so if you still have questions, please ask them in some section, you know, under that post. And I'm also going to try and post a section with like common questions, which one I'm going to touch on. I get asked this every single time. You will not be running to the bathroom. It is not a cleanse in a sense of you're going to be living on the toilet. I promise you. It's quite opposite, to be honest with you. Not saying that you're not going to be going to the bathroom, but I know that's a question that I always get, but I'll try to touch on some of that as well. All right, guys, I want to keep this short, and so I look forward to seeing your questions and doing this together. Bye, guys.